What can I say besides let's do this, folks? I've got some storms coming in left and right. Just had some storms coming in. Figure let's get out fishing. Happy Friday, happy Good Friday, my friends. You guys have your Easter plans set up? All that other fun stuff. Appreciate you coming back in. Welcome back to MVP Fishing, folks. Welcome back in. Yes, this is our channel. This is our channel, folks. Yeah, we've been breaking some pretty big milestones recently. Broke over 7K, 3.5 million views, 3,000 videos. Yep, we're pumping out content, folks. All right, let me see if I can figure this crap out. Didn't have a lot of time to dig worms. I only got about 50, 60. There's some good sized ones in here though, so we should be able to make do. Got some corn. Got my raincoat, obviously, because man, does it not look good. I got storms going that way, storms over there, storms up and down river. Water's raising fast. And we went up about a foot and a half since our last trip down here. Foot and a half, 2 feet. This is when some of these monsters can come in here right by the bank. Because they really don't care about coming into the shallows. They know they're not going to get banked. Hang on, folks. Let me get these baited up as quick as I can here. Yeah, I was debating whether or not to go out. And I'm like, yeah, what the heck, I'll get wet, I don't care. What the heck. Worst that can happen is I don't catch any fish, right? Alright, that's one rod out, and we, like I said, we do have our raincoat here. And I have probably about 30 left, so I don't know, we should be able to make do. Assuming little stinkers will come up to the top. Gee, dude. Tons of worms in there, all the little suckers are down on the bottom. Put the lid on there so we don't have any PBs on our butt. But yeah, you guys know our worms down here, they like to escape on us. They don't want to get eaten. Wide already thing, dude. Trying to get this other rod out. Popping it already out there. Pop, come on. Got him. Oh, popped off. Man. And the leader broke. What the heck? Crap. No? Son of a fungal. Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to have to put a new leader, a new hook on that, obviously. That was weird. I just put that on there. And she broke between the leaders, so that's weird. Thought I got a hook into that fish. Evidently, I put a little bit too much bump on there. At least one rod is out. Where the heck is my box? This should take a minute. So I did reorganize a lot of this stuff, so all I have to do is get the stuff out of here. There's our hook. And of course, we got 10, 15 mile per hour winds down here, gusting to 30s. And that's gonna be weird. Got a hook on my mouth, folks. I didn't want to drop that. fun. Man. Hot dog. We're working on it, folks. A little bit of a technical difficulty. We had the line leader break on us. I could have sworn I just retied that. There was a big cat crab that moved up the river. 60. Yeah, where are you going in that speed, buddy? It ain't nothing that important, right, folks? Make sure this knot's tied right this time. That's fine. The way that snaps from. Listen, I didn't really set the hook that heavily, but I guess he didn't have quite right. Sorry about this, folks. We had a little technical difficulty. We had leader snap on us. As you guys can see, we're back down here on the Mississippi River, down by the Arch in St. Louis. I just about had all this stuff ready, had a pretty good bite, set the hook, and the leader snapped, and I didn't have that much weight on her, so I'm not sure why that looked like that. It's possible I could have just hit the twist in the wrong spot. These two have some really sharp spots. That's always possible. Back out here. Just in time for our first rain. Well, I got extra time, don't I? This one got most of the worm bit off. Put some more on her. And she got the juice sucked out of it. There's some little nice wormies. Something just left that big one. Earbuds out, folks. Volume's down. Come on. Look over that rod, popping good. are, folks. See, our picture was pretty good. See, Peter Coop, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? See, how's our camera angle? Ooh, right on the edge. Needs to be moved the hair to the right here. Just a little. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. Hard to get these angles back to right until you're on feed. How you doing, Pierre? Let's see, Rich, what's going on? How you doing, Richard? Appreciate you coming in, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just get them. See, Chris, what's going on? Chris says, good luck, Mike. Awesome, Chris. I appreciate that, my friend. See, Chris says, Pierre. See, Chris says, Richard. See, Pierre says, Chris. Oh, don't let him hit it more. Getting impatient. Man, I just need to relax. Relax and give him a chance to control, Michael. They're wild up today, folks. This water's rising. I've seen a few big ones hit the surface already. That was me bouncing that rod that time. There comes another cat boat. That's a John boat. About 6 down here. Get it. Come on, get it, buddy. Hard time. Drop it. Not on there again. Check the fish is stepping your way. Stupid waves. That's our second local buy already. Alright, fighting the waves, fighting the wind. It's Good Friday, by the way, so happy Good Friday, my friends. Sorry about the rain got to sit there the moment I try to feed cat. Bad timing. Let's see, we're back in the chat here. Secret says right on. See, be strong. What's going on? How you doing, my friend? Got him. Got that one toast. That one's pulling. That's a pretty good one, folks. Careful, we got it. That's a nice first fish. Now a couple pounds freshwater drum. Yeah, I can't lift this one up, folks. I'll break my line. That's 2.5 pounds. Another train's gonna pile up behind the first one. There we go, folks. Like 2.5 pounder. That might go close to 3, but yeah, these blocks are a little working on it, folks. Now, that's about a solid 2.5 pounder there. 2.5 pounds. That might go 3. She's got a pretty good belly on her. Old cranes that gotta sit there, huh? What are you gonna do, folks? Beautiful first fish. Gotta love this, folks. I love it. Let's get a better grip on this one. All right, buddy. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, our angle is just a little bit off there. Back to the rod down, back to the staff room. I've made too much soil this summer. That's me bouncing that rod. And I'm sorry for the train, it had to stop right on the dang. Two of them gotta be sitting there now. I like the trains, I just don't like them to sit here all big old day. I see him. I see him, folks. Drop it. Sometimes they'll nose up to it and they just want to take a dip at it. Quit. A lot of times they'll grab it and take off with it. And temperature's about 75. It's supposed to get to 80 degrees today. Got storms popping up around us. Gotta get out here and get out as much fishing as we can. Back out here. Not doing it. I think that might be right. Now put those rods a little bit down. Alright, yeah, that looks pretty good. Yeah, I didn't have any time to set this stuff up, folks. I just come out here and started her up. John says hello, Mike. See, Northern, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Northern says hello, Mike. How's it going? Doing okay, my friend. We just got started. Got one pretty good freshwater drum. Broke the leader off. I don't know what the heck that was, but we'll never know on that one. 89 step, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? 89 step with the fishy emoji. See, Melvin, what's going on? How's it going, my friend? I said, how's it going on? Well, doing okay, my friend. Happy Good Friday, my friends. I hope you guys got your Easter plans set up, my friends. See, Melvin says, hey, Peter and Chris. See, Melvin says, and all other. And thank you, Danny. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's Danny with my PayPal. By the way, if you guys want to donate to the channel, help out the channel, support her, PayPal, Cash App, Chime, they're all linked in my description on my main channel. Just click that that symbol of me. That'll send you right to my main. You can donate. All that stuff is totally confidential. I will shout you out on the live feed. But that's about it. That stuff helps out with bills, utilities, food, coffee, bait, tackle, you name it. Let's see, JD, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? JD says hi. Let's see, Dennis, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Dennis says hi, everybody. Big Joe, what's going on? How you doing? Big Joe says catch a monster today, my friend. Hey, just give me time. There's some big ones down here today. There's a bite on it. Missed him. Dang. He's popping pretty good. What do you think of the bait? Not a whole lot. I could probably put this right back out here. Right. Come on. Got him. Popped off. Man. I had that one just for a second. That one didn't feel too big. So I'm not too worried about that one. When I set the hook, I was moving it, so usually that means it's under like 50 pounds. Alright, that's back. Back out here. Yeah, I got a little heavier weight out here today. I was hoping that would kind of compensate for the wind. I am really tired of fighting the wind every day. It's windy. I mean, wind is fine, but every single day, 15, 20 miles per hour wind. See, Big Joe says, smash that like button down and subscribe, my friends. Yes, sir. Like, subscribe, share us out. Helps out the channel so much, my friends. Only takes a second. See, Chris says, bad boy Melvin. It says, Danny, Mr. President. See, Big Boy says, nice. I appreciate that, my friend. And see, Big Joe says, pretty. See, Chris says, nice one, Mike. I appreciate that, Chris. Thank you. Big Joe says, awesome. Danny says, let's go, Mike. Miss Giggy, what's going on? How you doing, Miss Giggy? Miss Giggy says, Mike and chat, happy Easter. Yep, happy Easter weekend, my friends. Pop, come on. Popping on it. Popping on that one now. Come on, suckers. Yeah, these guys can be tricky sometimes. See, Big Joe says, let's go. Big Joe says, awesome. See, Chris says, don't forget to like and subscribe. See, Danny says, hi, Miss Giggy. Chris says, Miss Giggy. Danny says, how's it going, Chris? Miss Giggy says, Danny. Says Chris. Let's see, Joe says, fish are biting, definitely. We got storms up and down river. It's drawing these fish in today. We've got rising water. Oh, come on. Might have to put a little more warm on there. He says, hi, Bill. See, Chris says, yes, I have Danny. I already told it, call it's, not that chat here. Chris says, Bill. Danny says, okay, haven't, been in chat. Let's see, Chris says, I will send you a private chat, Danny. Let's see, Arnold, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Arnold says, bro. Hi, bro. How you doing, Arnold? Danny with the pink blue emojis. Chris says, yes, it is. Chris with the pink blue emoji. Let's see, Bill Reddick, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Bill Reddick says, hey, Chris. Chris says, send you the message, Danny. Denny says, send you one back. Denny says, be back later. All right, my friend. Let's see, 49 people in, 29 thumbs up. It's just incredible, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, we are still off our camera angles. I can barely see my back down here. So we got to move her a little bit more that way. All right, let's see how that looks. I just want her, yeah, that looks pretty good now. All right, that looks better now, folks. Let's see what's going on these. I've been having pet bites on me because picking up and dropping. I don't think they like my night crawlers today. They want the smaller one. Look at that. I knew that was getting a bite. She cleaned her off. Dang. Yeah, we got worms here, folks. They're just hanging down at the bottom of the daggone bucket again. We love doing that. That's frustrating when that train comes there all day day. Kind of ruins a quiet ambiance we were kind of working to make. That didn't work. I do not know why it's grabbing that top. Probably just clean too. Waves that are hitting right now, probably just clean too. Oh, it's suit on. Knock that bait up the hook. Pretty good. Sure, I got all the worms picked off before. Where's that line? I kid you not, no matter where I put this rock, it's going to grab one of my worms. Wow. That rock just likes me today. I don't know what the heck. We got plenty of room we can fly around in. Okay. I just caught one so far, just got started. Freshwater drum, about 2.5, 3 pounds. nice young hey. Yeah, you heard it right, folks. That was a freaking shot right behind me. Got him. Not that much closer. Oh, that's diving, whatever it is. That's right. The first big one of the day, folks. I don't know what he is yet. Big old grass carp. Oh, this is going to be entertaining. Probably go by 10. That's 6 flat, man. I missed my sandbars, folks. How's our camera angle? Right. Yeah, I think you got something here. Well, strike one. Every time I turn her, she wants to go right back up. I'm loving all those guys do that when they get their head in shallow. The moment they get your head in shallow, they do everything they can to start backing down and take off. Come on, girl, I just want to show you off here. Go home. Come on. Come on. Ow! That hurt. On that line, there. I gotta do this again. Come on, girl. Give it a break. Give it a break. Give it a break. Good. Look how small that hook is. Just fell out. Look at that food. He's free. Hopefully we realize it for a minute or two. Yeah, it's about 8 or 10 on her. we go, folks. I got you in the barrel, buddy, so good luck. Don't get them fall in slippery old water because we've had a heck of a lot of rain. There we go, folks. Yeah, that's gonna be about 10. Gorgeous fish, folks. Second of the day, we've caught one like 2 pound drum so far too. Yeah. All right, buddy, let's get you in here for your close up. That's about half the size of the one we caught yesterday, but still, it's definitely a river monster, folks. Gorgeous fish, folks. That big old tail, all red and bedded. She's up here nesting. All right, girl. Let's get you back in. Let's get you back in, girl. Man, they are tough to land. Woo. Hope you guys are enjoying the show, my friends. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share us out. Just takes a second. Double tap that screen. Worm on this other rod. Sorry about neglecting you guys, but I haven't quite learned how to fight a fish and that cat at the same time. I haven't quite figured that one out. I'm working on it though. Yeah, finally the green side for me. High. Now my ears get to stop buzzing. Daggone ears are going beep. Alright, let's get back into the chat. See what's going on here. Terry, what's going on? How you doing, Terry? Terry says, howdy, Mr. B. Chris says, Terry. Terry says, Mr. Chris. See, Bill says, Terry. Terry says, howdy, Mr. or Bill. Yep. Hey, buddy. Let's see, Gator, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Appreciate you coming in. Yep, happy Good Friday. I hope your Easter weekend's starting out with a blast, folks. Gator says Chris, my brother. Let's see, Chris says Gator. Let's see, Peter, what's going on? Peter says, what's up with the train? It's stopped on that bridge. Yeah, there's a little stopping location right there. That's a little pit stop for them. To be honest, I think there's a porta potty there. Yakin, what's going on? Yakin says good afternoon in chat. Yeah, I haven't even cleaned my lenses off from that last grass carp. They're all mucky beat up. I got backhanded by that sucker. Didn't hurt my jaw though. Let's see, boy, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Boy says, wow, super big. Yeah, we get some monsters down here on the river, folks. Let's see, Chris says, that's a nice one. Let's see, E.T., what's going on? How you doing, my friend? E.T. Tet said, yeah, they are good eating, actually. Grass carp are actually exceptionally good. They're vegetarians for the most part. Let's see, Tony, what's going on? How you doing, Tony? Tony says, nice fish. Awesome, my friend. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's see, Claudia. I'm gonna have to check that. Let's see, Verde, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Verde says hi. How you doing? Oh, dang it. I cannot see what the heck is this is. Oh, getting some spam in the chat here. Let's see, Danny says hit that like button. Yep, 94 people in and 45 likes. That's just incredible, my friends. Thank you. Let's see, Ling, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Ling also says hi. Alright, I got you, Danny. Let's see, Danny says outside. Chris says, gotta join you, Danny. Alright, we're looking for it. Open the bite, come on. Yeah, my drag was still set loose from that grass carp. I had to tighten it. And that was a blundering blunder. Yeah, after that big grass carp, I had to loosen that drag, and unfortunately I forgot to retighten her when I you gotta get the hook into these fish, and they can be tough at times. Get that hook through there. Through the bait. The majority of our hooks have their barb bent down for I haven't replaced them from trout season, and I usually bend all my hooks down for trout season, so we're at a disadvantage already, folks. Alright, that looks like a pretty good job. The question is where I want to put her. That one cast out pretty good, so I can get some distance. That fluger bombs out there. That one's just not getting I might push her a little bit further to the right here. She's got a good amount of bait on there, no worries about that bait amount. And I just, man, that's frustrating when that does that. Very frustrating when that sucker does that. Hopefully I can hook that line. Probably not. Probably just gonna have to retire. Oh, I got it. I think I got it. I had it. That's gonna be frustrating. Must add a knot in the line in that bait caster. It's gonna take me a minute to retie. That's our next cat boat. Looks like our fifth cat boat coming down today. unfortunately. That's going to have to be retied. Yeah, there's some sharp stuff down in this river, folks, that can really, really tear the heck out of your line. A lot of glass, people do like breaking bottles down here on the rocks. That stuff will just eat through your line fast. That's one of the hardest parts of rebuilding the bait cap. Getting it through that internal eye. I'm just gonna re-rig this. It'll just take a minute. It's a little frustrating when it does that, but there's not much you can do. Except use 100-pound braid inside there or something, and then it's still gonna do it every once in a while. Alright, that's the line through. Alright, now what do I want to rig up on this? I don't like the way that was holding, but at the same time, I ain't got a lot more than the weight left. We could just try an egg. Yeah, that'll work. I'll just put two small egg weights on here. That'll work. With one of my quicks and a hook. That's our second friggin' hook we lost today. Another train, folks. Earbuds down, volume's down. Got him. Water drum. I'm trying to put down my cap down here so I don't lose it. I'm trying to re-break this one rod. Apparently these guys have other ulterior motives. I need to try this sucker on here. That's why I didn't want to put that down like that. I know where it's here. Where I can find them. That'll work. Probably. Get you showed off and put it back in the water. That's a nice little pound napkin. About a pound. Yeah. Just a hair over a pound. Not a quarter. Yeah, that's a golden guy there. Number 3, folks. So we've got 2 of these freshwater drum. The first one was about twice this size. And we also caught a big old grass carp. Alright, buddy. Look at it. Right there. Right on the side of the gun. There we go. Hook's out. See, buddy. That's one of the benefits of pinching your barbs down. Because when a fish swallows a hook, all you gotta do is push back on it. Alright, let's see if I can get this rod right back up here. Alright, I need to take a piece of leader off here. That looks okay. You guys are enjoying the show today. clip tied on. Now I need to get the leader and the hook tied on, and we'll be ready to go. Yeah, obviously I got a groove in that line somewhere. I might have to replace that line on that bait caster. That's the second time I've done that today. Either that or just take off about 20 yards of line. My problem with the 20 yards of line thing is if you hook something super massive, you're screwed. All your line's gone. Yeah, it got quiet down here finally, folks. That needs to be bent a bit. Yeah, I do off-shank these circle hooks a little bit that way. They still hook into the fish, but they also, you have the option to set the hook, which is the majority of the time what we got to do down here to hook these fish is you got to set the hook on. Ooh, it actually is getting about 80 degrees out here right now. I'm starting to sweat a little bit. That is finally free rig. Yes. Got our bait caster. I just put a couple little 80s on there. Do the trick. There are all our worms. Dang, I knew they're just all sitting right down at the dago bottom. Hate that. They're like 30 worms still left on it. There's like this much soil in there, and they're all in like this much soil. Right at the very bottom. That's back. That looks pretty good. I'm sorry about that, folks. We had a bit of a run, and we had a groove in our bait caster that I had to re-rig that pretty quick there. I apologize. I'm trying to get back into chat here. Quick as I can. We got storms around here today. Looks pretty cloudy, icky looking. Got the sun peeking out every once in a while, but not much. Alright, that's back out there. Alright, we finally got both rods back out again. Sorry about that, folks. We're back in chat. Oh, thanks. Seriously, that quick? Man, that was a fast hit there, folks. Where was I in chat here? Let's see. I got you here. Let's see. Go to channel again. See Jesse, what's going on? How you doing, friend? Jesse says hi. How you doing, Jesse? Let's see Ewas, what's going on? How you doing? Ewas says, hey, MVP. Ewas says, howdy, everyone. Ewas says, nice. Chris says, Ewas. Chris says, nice one, Mike. Let's see. Ewas says, howdy, Chris. Let's see. Uncle Andy, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Uncle Andy says, happy Good Friday. Yes, sirree. Hope your Easter weekend's going well. Let's see, Spawn, what's going on? Spawn says, hello, good grip. Hello from Hungary. Awesome, my friend. I haven't mentioned it. We're down on St. Louis, Missouri, down by the Arcs in St. Louis. And we're big on the big old mighty, muddy Mississippi River. It's Ewa says, and being marvelous, even if the line breaks, at least the fish, yep, can cough out that hook eventually. That's another thing. And this river is pretty relentless as far as rusting stuff away. I've seen hooks where I've left them down here and the water's come up and a week later come back and that hook is like totally obliterated. Let's see, Chris says Varga. On says hi, Chris. See 86 people in and 54 thumbs up. That's just incredible, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye. Bing, bing, bing. Come on, buddy. Ah. Missed him. And it got a lot of that worm off again. Stinkers. They're good at doing that. They are. I gotta dig out a little worm because I don't wanna use any more big worms up. Ooh, that was some thunder downriver. Upriver, I mean. That was a nice little thunder up there. Luckily, what's coming towards us is that way. That's back on. Suction cap. One. Absolutely. I put any info on that one. This one is just acting weird. I haven't got the bite on the whole day. Basically in the same spot. Pretty much. Like 3 feet to the right. Get off there. Grab one. We got about 15, 20 mile per hour wind again down here. Just gotta deal with it, doesn't it? Right? Come on, buddy. Checking on it. Right about the right angle. That's down there relatively deep. Can't do much better than that. They're pretty good. Chris says, yep. Don't forget to like and subscribe, my friends. Double tap that screen for me. It only takes a second. Helps out the channel so much. Support the channel, folks. Dies down here, you can actually feel the temperature, but when the wind's blowing off that water, it feels like it's 10 degrees cooler. Wow, I could probably throw some bait in here. Maybe I can get them hitting. Bring them in here. Today. Yeah, yesterday we were fishing way over there, way down there, in fact. As the water's gone up about 2 feet in under 24 hours down here. It's surprising how fast this water can raise. Might be in for a good spring, folks, because usually with the best springs are usually when the water makes it up to about there, and when the water's really, really low. These transitional times is when it can be a little tricky. And I got smacked by that grass carp. He got mucked all over my beard. Yeah, you guys saw that grass carp backhanded me pretty good. He backspinned me. That stung pretty good. I'm still feeling it. What's going on right now? Put another worm on. It's not enough worm. Yeah, that might not be enough worm. Kind of forgot we are just getting started down here. A lot of times you need to feed them for a while before they go into eat anything that's food mode. Helicopter! 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 Buddy, I know you're out there. So. Good. $50 still in. Awesome, folks. And it's the 56 thumbs up. Alright, I know you're here. Alright. Let's just pray. I can try in a little closer. That's a possibility. I haven't tried in closer. That crap on my mind. Something big came in here. Sometimes when you have just, you're getting like bites constantly and all of a sudden they stop, that means something monstrous came in. That's the, yeah, they are not going to hit these worms when it gets like that crap on there. They aren't going to do it. One of the difficult things about fishing in raging water is to get that crap on your line all the time down there. Damn, with that stuff on there, I can feel it already. Rod looks pretty good. I mean, there's not much. It looks like I put a smaller weight on, but I'm not sure that would do any good. This current's moving a little too fast for anything under about 3/8 of an ounce. Might be just a minute. We need to let these rods soak. Sometimes you have to do that. You have to just let them set there a minute. We were fishing that little cove right there, and that cove is gone. How much that water's risen from the other day. We were fishing in a little cove over here to try and keep out of the wind yesterday, and yeah, that cove's gone. Looks pretty good. I mean, it's sitting out there pretty deep water. Don't like it. I'm not ready to fish shallow yet. Probably making a mistake on that. A lot of times when the water's raising up, they come right to the bank. Where's my soda? I have a soda here. Pop her open. I can just scoop away here. It's a pretty good little run so far. We've went three pretty big ones, 2 nice freshwater drum, and a big 10 plus grass carp. Yeah, that's how hot it is, folks. Yep, I'm drinking soda. Don't drink soda very often unless it gets starts to get warmer out here. That's why I don't have one. That's all that. Bounced it. Maybe they don't like that heavier weight on there. It's gonna be tough holding out there where they are without a bigger weight. Chat. Looks like we're okay right now, folks. Here. Yeah. Thought you guys turned off on me. Max is in here scaring you guys. Popping everything left and right the moment it hits the bottom. You know, they kind of stall here. What's going on with them? That bait's been clean. Look at that. Got him. Oh, pull. I think I know what just happened again. Yep. Leader broke again. Man. That is frustrating, folks. That's the second time that's done that. Now, I've been tying those leaders right too. It's breaking not where the leader is tied, it's breaking in the middle. So it's not actually my tie or nothing. I've never had a chance to do anything with that fish. He took off and that's rare for me to happen once, much less twice in a day. line too. Same as the other one. I don't know, man. Frustrating. The second one has broken that leader. Those are really good ties, folks. It's not breaking where the knot is. It's breaking right in the middle. Get another hooker back on here, folks, and we'll put another rod back out. I had the right rig. I just happened to look over and I saw that rod going. I picked it up. I tried to set the hook, and she was pulling so hard that I never had a chance to. This is probably what's happening. This is probably what's doing it. I keep getting stuck in these rocks. I keep fraying my line. That wind is blowing that stupid stuff around. Another hook out. That's our second hook we lost. I rarely ever lose one hook in here. About 4 is hooks put out for me now. No. Got him. Whoa, dude. Whoa. You know what I mean? The moment I set that hook, that fish takes off on me. I got that one. Right when I'm trying to tie a hook on. Big whatever it is. Jeez, what the heck is that? I'm scared about the amount of pressure I put on that to turn that fish. Another big grass carp. Oh man, that's a monster. No wonder I'm breaking my line on these guys. That's a 20. Yeah, this is twice the size of the last one we got. Yeah, this is a 4-footer, folks. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Yeah, make sure that drag is set right, because this is gonna be a brute of a battle. You guys are enjoying the show. That's why I broke my line on my last one. Yeah, to break your line on 7-8 pound fish down here is a little, yeah, it's a little embarrassing. But 20 and 30, yeah, that happens sometimes. Man, that fish's tail is a quick fish. Jeez. That back dorsal, that back fin is like that wide. Another one where I was looking for a hook, right? I just happened to look up and see that rod going over the rock. I guess I better grab it, shouldn't I? Ah. Yeah, these guys are worse. Yeah, that's a river monster there, folks. Sure. Whoa, buddy, whoa! Look at that sucker run. like getting in the showers. You know, I know that MVP, he's gonna show me off the YouTube. I don't want to be shown off. I'm camera shy. I had her in here a second ago. Now she's way out there again. Oh, no. I'm really scared about how weak that line is after having to double that rod. I'm going to slow her down. Not for me. Yeah. Try not to let these guys breathe right through their heads up. Before they stay heads down. Yeah, this is just a piece of battle. I ain't got a nice little sandbar where I can beat this foot up. Yeah, that's funny. That line is so great. So much force on her to pull up the stick. On her. Crack. I can feel that line. Mine was brand new a minute ago. And I double that rod over, I can bring the heck out. Another one I got right in the file for wit. And it's right there, folks. It's filed. And who else can joke and try to land these suckers at the same time? Ow. That's a brute of a fish. I got a knot in my line up there too. Crap. How the heck did that move? I got a knot up my line up there. Man. Double trouble. And this is only 8-pound test, folks. Yeah, this is twice the size of the last one. Ooh, get away from the last one. Ew. Talk about a fight. I even touched that one. He still passed me. What a mean fish. I got a knot in my line. Me and the weight. to me trying to land a 70 or 80 pound one of these guys. I have enough trouble with a 20 or 30. They do get to be about 50, 60 pounds in this river. Okay, girl. Give it up. I know I have. Ah. I wonder why I broke my line on that last one. This is why. Here's a monstrosity of fish. Ready, girl? It's so slippery here right now. It's gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt, folks. I think we got her. Assuming she don't really go berserk on us. Ah! Yeah, we got her, folks. Nice. Let me get my hook back, girl. Sliding around. It's been long already. I'm not getting that back. There we go, folks. There, that's over 20 again. And my feet are covered in mud. Muck. Ah. Yeah, that's over 20 again, folks. Oh, yep. You don't like it, girl, I know. Just give me a break. I'll get you back in the water here in a second. Yeah, that's a 4-footer there, easy, folks. Hey, God love doing this, folks, right? Yeah, so much a 58-year-old man doing this. Yeah, that's another one. His head is almost as wide as mine is. Why'd you have to pull at that last second? That line snapped and the hook went bye-bye. I gotta dig another hook out, you little munchkin. Little. Yeah, this fish weighs a sixth of what I do. Gorgeous fish, folks. Absolutely wonderful. All right, girl. Back in the water. There you go. Give her a second here. Pull her heart out. That's good. Here, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. You didn't hurt me. I really appreciate that. Man. Talk about a fight and a half, folks. And you wonder why I wear these old dirty old clothes when I make the thing down here. They're gonna get dirty again anyway, so what the heck's the difference? You can see why I can land more than about 7 or 8 of them a day. It takes me 3 hours worth of live streams to be able to land them. Yeah, this one's gonna take me all everything because I lost too much of my leader on that one. All this stuff's gonna have to be re-rigged. Plus, I got a knot in that line up there. And all this stuff's gonna have to be re-rigged. I'll tell you what, this one's the closest to being rigged up, so let me back out here. That line has got like about 10 feet of super frayed line, so I've got to take that off of there. And this one needs a hook, so Let me get a hook on here. Yeah, not bad for a 58-year-old man, folks, right? Woohoo! You guys are enjoying the show, my friends. That's a nice hook. That one's even got a leader on there already. That one's from my other rod. All I have to do is just put that back on there. Hang on, folks. Let me see if I can find one in here. I should have a few lying around here somewhere. Yeah, that's the weight I was looking for earlier. Put a smaller weight on because I couldn't find a bigger weight. And apparently they like the bigger weight better. Put on a smaller one. I'll go to a number 10 instead of a number 8. Assuming I can bend these little stinkers because these things are, they gotta be off sync. Tiniest bit. Hard to off-sync these smaller ones because they made them a little bit heavier brick grade steel. Oh, wait a minute, I see one. Yeah, I knew I had like 5 of them in there. I only lost 3. Yeah, I see one now. Alright. That's the hard part. Rain, your butt's out, folks. Volume down. That one's moving. That one stuck up on me. Get around here. Yeah, that's the reason why them drums stopped, by the way. We were wondering why those drums stopped biting. Yeah, there's a big old school of big grass carp in here right now. I put my line on one. I landed that one. That one was probably the smaller of the bunch, because that one on this is probably 40, 50 pounds. Usually I don't break my hook, my line on the sucker that easy. I remembered I have to get some line off here. Yeah, that stuff is like super frayed. So we're gonna take it about 10, 15 feet of line off. I don't have a choice, folks. That fish just, yeah, she really tore up that line. Alright, that feels better right there. So I think we're gonna see how easy that line breaks, folks. Yeah, this is 6 and 8 pound test on this stuff. I got 8 on my bait caster because I like to manhandle a little bit more on my bait caster. My spinning combo, I gotta let them fall. Yeah, this one's already got a leader on it. Tie a little sucker on there. Now, wind blocks look pretty good. You know, just like some funky looking clouds up down on the river. That's the stuff that's coming. That's what's over down there. Alright, that is tied on as well. Alright, our rods are rigged back up. Yeah, after that one I had to retie. That's a little small leader, but I don't think it matters. Got the tip. Yeah, I put that line in my backpack right there so we're not littering. Man, that's tough, folks, when they do that. It really is. Those monsters can be tough to land. She actually was relatively okay. When I got her into the bank, she only smacked me once. That's okay. I don't mind if the fish smack me every once in a while. I deserve it. I'm down here hooking your butt. So I deserve to be smacked every once in a while. Oil. Finally back. Right, tight. Drag them a bit. Pour out. You get a line off that. Another line's got to loosen up. Alright, folks. Alright, finally back in chat. They're okay. Sorry it took me so long, folks. See 76 people in. Awesome, folks. 64 thumbs up. Appreciate that, my friends. Thank you. Yeah, we missed a lot in chat here, folks. I do apologize. Here we go. See, Real Monster, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Real Monster Hunter says hi. How you doing, buddy? See, Chris says Monster. Thanks. Heard that? And that's up to top. They are fired up today, folks. Monster says hello, Chris. Monster says, just got home. Chris says, done with work, Monster. Monster says, has he caught anything? Yeah, we caught 2 big grass carp today, 110 and 120, and 3 freshwater drum. Monster says yes. Now we've gotten 3 freshwater drum, Chris, and 2 grass carp so far. Yeah, that first one was okay. She was about 10. That last one, yeah, she was over 20. That one hurt. Drink anymore. Let's see, Chris says, not even a cola. Yeah, I gotta have a soda every once in a while out here. Yeah, water just ain't gonna cut, you know, keeping your throat coated enough to be able to talk to you guys like this for a while. Chris says cheers. See, Real says, I have a pop. Let's see, Chris says, you too, sir. Let's see, Monster says, thank you, Chris. Let's see, Scooter, what's going on? How you doing, Scooter? Scooter says MVP. Monster says, Scooter, hi. Scooter says, Real Monster Chris. Let's see, Scooter with the MVP in the WWW. Miss Kiki says, just in time for a big one. Beautiful. Let's see, Yakin, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Yakin says Scooter. Yakin says Miss Gigi. Let's see, Miss Gigi says Derek. Miss Scooter says Yakin. Miss Scooter says Miss Gigi. This says Miss Gigi, hello. Let's see, Cindy B, what's going on? How you doing? Cindy says, how you doing this morning? Catch anything yet? Let's see, we caught 3 freshwater drum and let's see, 2 grass carp, 110 and 120. 10 pounds and 20 pounds. See, Scooter says hi, Cindy. Hi, Scooter. And see, Danny says, Mike, I made his short and put it out on your channel, brother. Awesome, my friend. I appreciate that, Danny. Thank you. Got him. Yep, another one, folks. Yikes. Man, that fish ran, man. That fish ran all the way down current. Well, let me get this other rod out of the way. I haven't seen a rod between the legs technique in a while, but I gotta get this one out of the way because this fish is running. I know what, I got yet another one. Oh boy, yikes. Yeah, these guys are fired up today, folks. I barely got that other rod out. Yeah, that's not my bait caster. Hopefully I can paddle it through a little better. Yeah, that's like a 7 or 8 pounder. Spin around itself. Dude, seriously, got that line all spun around. If he crashes, he's just gonna break that line. Alright, it's untangled at least. Well, I'm glad I keep the line on this stuff. Yeah, that's just like 7 or 8 pounds. That ain't that big. Jeez. Down here. Someone started a fire down here. That's not the ambiance, folks. There's a start a fire mine. It's burning trash. I can manhandle these guys a little better on my thing here. Yeah, it's about 7 or 8. That's not that's a river fruit. That's not a river pond. So. Yeah, to see the difference in the amount of time it took me to land this fish as opposed to the other one. Yeah, we must have a big old school of these guys down here right now. Because, oh, buddy, watch that tail. I did not do anything to you. I hooked you in the mouth, but I'm gonna let you go. Yeah, these ones these are like the teenage ones. These are like torpedoes. These are the fighting suckers. These guys will chase topwaters during the summertime. I've had them hit chatterbaits and hula poppers and stuff like that. Grass frogs. These suckers are mean. And when they get a little bigger, they tend to just kind of feed on the bottom on crustaceans, and when the water gets high, they come in here and gorge up on grass and stuff. But these suckers are mean here. Yeah, these guys are mean. That's the only protection they got besides their speed is that top dorsal fin. Like a big old chub minnow. Yeah, that's our part of these guys today. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. And that time we didn't break off any hooks or nothing, so we could get a rod back in the water quick. I wonder why them drum weren't hitting like that today. Them grass carp are in there. They're mean, man. They're fired up. Yeah, this is what I do sometimes, folks, when I'll slice my line for no reason and it'll break glass. Yeah, this shoreline's just teeming with it. I'm not. How are you guys in chat talk? So let me get at least one rod back out here, and I'll come in and check that chat. Pretty good. Alright. How are you guys in chat talk? Every time I start, the fish try to pull me in. They're trying to get me today, folks. They're trying. Alright, I'm going to skip to here. Well, I lost my fucking chat. Oh, here we go. Let's see, Miss Kitty says Derek. Monster says, Miss Kiki, hello. And Cindy, Miss Kiki. Alright, see, Eric, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Eric says hello from France. Good fishing for you. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. Happy for a Good Friday, my friends, folks. Let's see, Ozma, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Or is that, let me go to channel here. Osman, how you doing? Osman says hi. Let's see, Felix, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Felix says hi. Chris says that's nice. Awesome, great fishing. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Muhammad with the big old fishy emoji. Let's see, Muhammad with the emojis. Let's see, 50 people in. Let's see, and 67 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Chris says Mo. How you doing, Chris? Hope you're having a great day. Hope you guys are all enjoying the Easter weekend. wide. Them little suckers are sharp. These little hooks are sharp, folks. Another bite. Oh, dang it. Let them pull a little bit more. And they don't like that bigger weight out there. They just pull and let go. Right back out there. Trying to get this other rod back out here. If they'll let me. Again, sorry about not manning that chat for a couple minutes, but I haven't figured out how to man chat and land river monsters at the same time. I haven't figured it out yet. I can't figure it out. How do you do it? Out of my backpack. Put you in there, dang it. Stay in there. We go, folks. We're back out. Good. That's 3 of them big grass carp and 3 freshwater drums so far, folks. Man, it's been a heck of a run so far. See, Chris says, Mo. See, NJ Guard, what's going on? How you doing, NJ? NJ says, hi, Mike. Mo says, SS. See, Chris says, NJ. See, Outdoors with Skeeter, what's going on? How you doing, Ryan? Cheers says, everyone. Cheers, Mike. Good luck today, brother. See, Chris says, Skeeter. See, Skeeter says, hi. NJ says, hi, Chris. See, Skeeter says, NJ. Chris says, come on, Mike, let's go. Dang, dude, how many of these? I'm trying. Caught 3 of the suckers already today. What you gonna try to do? Kill me? I'm gonna keep on catching them, but it was my own time, daggone it. These are suckers can. Yeah, we've caught 1 8-pound grass carp so far, 1 10-pound grass carp, 1 20-pound grass carp, and 2 drum between a pound and 4 pounds. Yeah, it's pretty active so far today, folks. Hard to land more than about 3 or 4 of them a day because it takes so daggone long to land them. I don't care if you got 40-pound test out here. I've seen people with gigantic rods and reels. Yeah, those grass carp either break their lines, tear up their fishing gear, break their rods, or they gotta let them fight them out just as I do on the lighter stuff. good. You guys are enjoying the show, my friends. Happy Friday. Yeah, get a little liquid intake in me out here. It's about 80 degrees out here right now, so actually sweating a little bit. That time it looks like it drifted over to the bite. Nice, big old carp. That one just drifted too over to the right. What happened to that one? Water's raising down here, got storms around us. I didn't think I'd make it out here this long. I thought I'd be, rained out by now. Excuse me. Pardon me. That's kind of nice. See 62 people in and 67 thumbs up. That's just incredible, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share us out. Helps out the channel so much. Just double tap that screen so quick. Only takes you a second. Kind of scared to leave the rods away for any length of time, because every time I get a bite on them, I look and the line's going, yeah, it's taking off the heck knows where. Give me a chance to finally clean my lenses off. I've been like half blind out here since that first one. He slapped me in the face, and I've been able to see since. Sand, fishing goo on my glass. Nothing to keep a crap. Better. Come on, come on. Might put a little bit more bait in the water. That stuff seems to be attracting them today. sometimes you'll get a fermented smell there. Sometimes they'll hit it better, sometimes they won't. Better off to keep fresh on you as far as corn's concerned. Grass bunch on there. I was seeing one or two in the shallows recently. Now it seems like there's tons of them. Do it that easily. Straight out there. Julian, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Julie says, MVP, happy Good Friday. Happy Good Friday to you too, my friend. We're kind of holding off on the purge right now until things stabilize. But we're going to get to it soon enough. See, Danny says, Mike will do a purge. Danny says, David, I rinse you up too. Awesome, my friend. Thank you, Danny. See, David says, you don't have to, but thanks. Yeah, that is Danny the Stinger Manny. He kind of helps with the chat and everything. Giving out wrenches, you know, kind of extra moderation. Dang it. This sucker was popping it hard. Extra moderation in the channel, right? Hop, 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 hop. Add up. like a weight that is just big enough to hold and not move. It's just too big for these fish, they don't want to hit it. Now a weight that is just small enough to where it's barely moving, then they'll hit it. Let's see, Daydreamer, what's going on? How you doing, Daydreamer? Daydreamer says everybody. Everybody's high. Secret says hi, Daydreamer. Appreciate you coming in, my friend. I hope you're having a great day. Like I said, I think we're gonna set these suckers up right now. God, every time I say that, never get to get them a chance to soak because they get hit. Oh, that's pretty good. Black. Got to get up. Oh, I had to get up for a minute. I was sitting there for a few minutes. So today we've caught 3 big grass carp, an 8, a 10, and a 20. So we've caught two river monsters so far today, and a river brute, plus 3 pretty big freshwater drum. Those bigger ones, those bigger grass carp, they take a little oomph out of you. They definitely take a little bit of energy out of you, folks. I had to sit down for a minute. Well, let's see what's going on in chat. Let's see, David says, Daydreamer 2025 LOL. Yeah, this camera angle looks pretty good here. Not bouncing around too much, even in this 10-15 mile per hour winds. Audio sounds pretty good. Oh, there's a bite on the close rod there. Yeah, I think I'll know what I'll do here. Evidently, they don't like this heavier weight on the rod. Even though that's holding perfectly out there, they don't like it. So I'm going to put a little smaller weight on here. We're going to put a 3/8 on instead of a 1 ounce, assuming I can find it. These are 3/8 rather than those 1 ounce. So, do a little quick change up on this one. Yep, that one got a lot of the bait off. I didn't see a bite. You guys know weight changes are relatively easy. You just pop that off, put that up, put weight on. Look out of your pants. Good. And retire. It takes a second to retire these suckers. Go. Time. Now we've got a slightly smaller weight on there. Hopefully that'll keep them hitting. They seem to be less far less than what hit this other rod. Just don't like that weight. But this is less than half the size of our last one. The last one was an ounce weight. This is 3/8 of an ounce. If you're good at fractions, 3/8, 4/8 is half of an ounce. 4/8 is half of one. So give me a headache. I don't like thinking about numbers. It hurts. Don't make me think about fractions. It hurts. I don't like using that brain stuff. Didn't hit it though. Got a lot of that bait off again too. They are good at it. Man, they're good at it. Let's see if that weight even holds up here. We got a can of corn over here too, if all else fails. I didn't dig with 50 today, because I really didn't have time. I just had what I could get, came out. Only spent about a half hour. I usually spend about an hour digging bait. That's probably getting me crap down there. A little bit further. How's that one? Good. They look pretty good. I think we're... Double that way correct. Pull that way. That way. I'm kind of scared to leave those rods alone for too long, the way those grass carp were hitting. They were really trying to pull those rods in earlier. I broke 2 of them off. They were hitting so hard. See what's going on in chat. See, he says, yeah, the fried background looks good. Thank you, David. Let's see, Anise, what's going on? How you doing, Anise? Anise says hi. Chris says, Annette. See, David said it's quiet, too quiet. Yeah, that's because I've got a wind block over the cell phone. Now, if you mean by those bites, these big old grass carp are, I think they're spooking these drum right now. Let's see. Chris says, give it a second. Yeah, those grass carp can't really hurt the drum. They just kind of like, they're a big old tomcat. I mean, your big old dog at home without any teeth or claws. chasing the cat around the house. Can't really hurt them. It's just, I think they're intimidating them. Yeah, that's the term I was thinking of. Let's see, 40 people in, 72 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's a bite on the close rod. Yep. Got him. Fish on, folks. Fish on. And he sucked his bite out there. That's a nice freshwater crawl. Couple pounds. Yeah, that'll go about 3.5, 4 pounds. Yeah, that's our average we've been getting out here, folks. Come here, big guy. Come here. Give it a break. Ah. Got that one in the jaw. Yeah, put barb on it. Come out. There we go, folks. That's another like 3.5, 4 pounder. So that's our 4th freshwater drum, and we've caught 3 big grass carp so far today. I love doing this, folks. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. And that is a real bright silver one there, folks. And that's as long as my forearm, so that's about 3.5, 4 pounds. Hearing my rod getting bounced back there has got me nervous because I know something's going to try to pull a sucker in while I'm trying to do this. Gorgeous fishy, folks. Absolutely beautiful. Alright, buddy. See ya. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Soil on the bottom, loosen up. I know that's where all the dang old worms are. Yep, there's 5 of them right there, right? One good job. I hate losing all my worm bed soil, but I gotta bring some out every day, and I don't like carrying it back home. I'm sure there are millions of worms down here on the riverbank down here that I've stocked over the years. Back. Like that smaller weight, didn't he? Got another crane, folks. The crane is coming. The crane is coming. Now, big old grass carp can intimidate the other fish down here. Especially when there's food in there that they're competing for. Yeah, those grass carp will plumb the other fish out. They're mean. Pretty good. Earbuds out, folks. Volume's down. Here comes the train. You guys are enjoying the show, my friends. 52 people in and 76 thumbs up. That's just incredible, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Chris says, there you go. Let's see, Shelly, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Shelly says, I see you on the river. Let's see, Shelly says, hey, chat. Let's see, Shelly says, are they biting? I believe 4 big freshwater drum and 3 big monster old grass carp. Between 8 and 20 plus pounds. Let's see, Chris says, Shelly. Chris says, nice one. Let's see, Stilly says, hey. Stilly says, hey, nice, great for baking. Oh, yeah, I bake them. I do fry those, too. And I do smoke them on occasion. That size is a very good eater size, but we're not keeping them today. We're letting them go. They'll be here when we need them. Let's see, Chris says, we lost count, so yeah, they are biting. I try to keep count. It looks like we might be a little pixelated, so let me fix her up. Fix it up. Sorry about that, folks. I don't know how long we were pixelated. Let me get our wind brake back on here. There we go. And make sure that is in camera view. There we go. Yeah, I don't know why people don't tell me when the camera's not looking great. Let's see. Danny, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Danny says, how are you doing today, buddy? Doing pretty good, Danny. Let's see. 4 pretty big freshwater drum and 3 monster grass carp so far today. Let's see. Chris says, Donnie. Appreciate you coming in, Donnie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope you guys are enjoying the show and hope you are close right again. Hope you're having a great Friday. That one goes. Man, that one's popping it too. Bored the heck out of that worm. You guys are having a great Friday. That's what I was saying. Yeah, they didn't want me to tell you Happy Friday. Happy Good Friday, my friend. Yep. Saturday and Sunday are coming up. Always the trouble you have down here is this crap gets on your line. Look at that crap. Get on the other line. Tell you what, I'm gonna put a couple kernels of corn on this. The drum will still hit it if it's got a couple kernels of corn on it, but I'd like to get a big common carp on today. Maybe even a buffalo. I have to stop myself every time now from saying buffalo carp. Dang it, Mo Dog, why'd you have to do that? I've been saying buffalo carp so many years now, I feel weird about saying it. Alright, I'm holding. That one was drifting a little bit. The current must have picked up just a hair. Let's see, Chris says, Pixel just happened when you started to read the chat. Alright, Chris, thank you. Let's see, Donnie says, I just caught a big old pike yesterday. Awesome, my friend. I haven't caught a pike in years. We don't get too many of them in St. Louis. We're a little bit too far south. You have to go a couple hundred miles up. Well, I'd say about 150 miles upriver. You'll start to see a few of them pop around. Close rod again. Pop, 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 pop. These suckers are better off setting the hook with the bait. Back out here. All that takes. We'll piece of crap on there. See if I can get a bite. It ain't time yet. One. Not quite time yet. Let's get there. Hopefully one clear, crystal clear, bluebird still warm day. This spring it's been nothing but 10 to 15 mile per hour winds minimum. 20 to 30 a lot of times. Right off the bottom. Smoke and debris, not mine. plenty of worms a minute ago. Man, it's just hot. Not hot. So tired of fighting this stuff. There's the trip out here. Drop on the hook. Got him. X. Whoa, buddy. Whoa. Got another one again, folks. Oh. So I think these grass carp were intimidating these drum down here today. Got another one, folks. Come on. Another biggie. Oh yeah, that's probably 15 easy. Yeah, it's fine. That's definitely between 10 and 15 pounds. River monster, but not as big as our first one. My other rod out of the way. This is when test of your inner. That was a fish on that one too. Whoa. Yeah. What I say about the test of the strength of your inner thigh. And he still ran over my other line. Nice. Oh, wait. Get off there, Michael. We've got enough time. Alright. Another rod on. There's another fish. There's a fish on another rod. My drag set right. Feels better. Another monster, folks. As our fourth one of these guys today. Yeah, look at that. Bank I was standing on. That I was landing the fish earlier. It ain't there no more, folks. It disappeared on us. Yeah, it's between 10 and 15. So that's definitely a river monster. Sounds like we got another train coming again too, folks. I was standing out here to land a minute ago. Where I was standing ain't here no more. Owie, that hurt. Jeez, dude. I'll show you off the YouTube and go home. Good. There we go, folks. That's between 10 and 15. So I'll go by 12 on this one. Oh. Yeah, that hurt. I want to hurt the fish. Hurt myself though. Slipped on that one. Yeah, I go between I go by 12 on this one. Yeah, these rocks are nothing to mess with. Get down there in that mud and get your feet slippery and you slide on them rocks, so. Yeah, I kind of scraped up my elbow a little bit. Protecting my ribs though. Yeah, we fractured a couple ribs down here already this year. And these guys have beaten me up today, folks. All right, girl. Get back a little bit. This would be about the perfect. This would be the perfect thumbnail. Gorgeous fish, folks. All right, buddy. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's gonna leave a mark. Where did my wings go? I took it out. I dropped it here. Where do I go? Four big grass carp so far today, and 4 big freshwater drum. Yeah, I'll stop here in a minute. Let me get the rod back out. Yeah, you notice I held that fish up. I didn't want the fish to get hurt. I don't mind getting hurt. I heal. I have Medicaid. Fishies ain't got Medicaid. Just a couple pretty good scrapes on my right arm, so. I mean, my left arm. Could have been worse. There's falling and there's falling with style and there's falling. That was falling That could have been worse. Could have been a heck of a lot better though. Good. I think I deserve a little bit of a rest after that one. We'll see it after that one, folks. Get my arm to stop bleeding here. Around the tip. Every time, those grass carp, they like to finish, so they rest their big line up. Alright, they're back. Yeah, that stung pretty good, folks. But I've fallen worse in my bedroom, not that. That just That looked painful. Kind of was, but not too bad. Ah. Yeah, let's see how that bad that is. A little scrape there. A little skin missing there. Not too bad. It's all worse to wear. That could have been worse. That top part's probably the... I didn't notice I hit that. Yeah, we got banged up a little bit there, folks, but it happens. Hey, if it's not a good day fishing, if you don't bleed a little bit. And I bled a lot there, so. Hey, it's tit for tat. I mean, I'm out here fishing. I'm landing these big old brutes. This is a younger man's game, but ain't no younger men doing it, so I guess I'll keep on doing it. Let's see what's going on in chat. See what I miss here. Boy, I missed some spots in chat here. Let's see, Jason, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Jason says, Mike, brother. Hope you're doing okay, my friend. Let's see, Chris says, Jason. Jason says, hey, Chris. Let's see, Yashna, what's going on? How you doing, Yashna? Yashna says hi. Jason says, what has Michael caught? Let's see, 4 big grass carp and 4 big freshwater drums so far. Let's see, Guy, what's going on? How you doing, Guy? Guy says hi. And Saint, what's going on? Saint says hi. How you doing, Saint? 4 or 5 drum. Yeah, you could be right about the 5 drum. I ain't been keeping a lot of track on them, Chris. Let's see, Dougie Doug, what's going on? How you doing, Doug? Doug says, Mike Fishing Rod, sure get a workout. Let's see, and Care Bear, what's going on? Care Bears, have a very happy Easter. Yes, sirree, my friend. Happy Friday, by the way. Let's see, that they do, Doug. Jason says, you're also Care Bear. Let's see, Doug says, Happy Easter. Let's see, Cindy says, Happy Easter. And Malik, what's going on? How you doing, Malik? Appreciate you coming in, my friend. Malik says, when do Mike catch small fish? I don't know. I can't remember. Sometime in 1960 or something. Let's see, Bamip, what's going on? How you doing? Let's see, Bam says hi. Yes, 58 people in. Let's see, a 96 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Just 4 before we break the 100 barrier. Chris says, Care Bear 92 like over here. Thank you, Care Bear. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Care Bear says, wow, that's a nice, huge fish. Yeah, I know, Chris. It looked worse than it was. What was that? That was a grass carp. Yeah, they get to be about 50 down here, but that was about, 10 or 12. So that's a pretty substantial fish. Let's see. Jason says, howdy, Malik. Malik says, Jason. Let's see. Cindy says, let's not forget about the bruises. Yeah. Yeah, only bad spot was on the top part of my arm. That's actually where I took the front of the blow for the fish. I didn't want to hurt him too much. Let's see, Cance, what's going on? How you doing, Cance? Cance says hi. Cance says hi again. Cance says good luck. Let's see, Mark says rod. Uh-oh, I heard a bite. Let's see, Susie, what's going on? Susie says MVP. Edwin, what's going on? Edwin says, keep fishing, bro. God bless on this day here from Pennsylvania. Let's see, Bass Angling, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Bass Angling says, Happy Easter. Let's see, Marat. Marat says, where is this here? This is St. Louis, Missouri. We're down on the Mississippi River, down by the arch. This is the mighty old, muddy, yucky old Mississippi River. Some monsters down here. Mark says, far rod getting a tap mic. Oh boy, here we go again. Had to let me know about it, didn't you? Yeah, I saw that. I hooked it. Popped off. Yeah, he was running in with it. When I set the hook in, there was quite a slack in that line. Oh well. It happens. I'm gonna pull my sleeves down to keep my arms a little extra. Yeah, if I wouldn't have my sleeves pulled down, I would have been fine on that one. I have my sleeves filled up to get some sun on my arms. Always on the bottom too. Probably get that 4 ounce. On my arm. Make my hand stop running. Get about the pain in my hand. Now, I know I see it. Feels like it might have cleaned the bait off. No, not quite. Trying to. Put another small one on here. Soak for a minute. Ow, my arm. Yeah, that stings. Ooh. Yep. That's gonna hurt for a week. Oh boy. I know I should just let that fish bounce off, but it would have torn itself up on them rocks, and I really didn't want him to do that. Oop, I heard that. I need some ice on the way home. Yep, we almost made it through today without getting befrugaled. Let's see, Kent's laughing his butt off. Mike says, that's the wrong rod. You said the far rod. Let's see, Chris says, don't forget, Malik, your far rod or Mike's. Oh, ha. Let's see, 41 people in, 97 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Thank you. Yeah, we're getting close to the 100 barrier, folks. Just a few more. 3 more before we break 100. Wind. Oh, I saw that far rod. Got him. Got him, folks. Like here. Taking his head. Big guy. That's our third species, folks. That's a channel cat. Yeah, it's a nice little pound channel catfish. Come here, buddy. That's a gorgeous channel catfish, folks. Very healthy. Open your mouth. Oh, man. Seriously, dude? Ah, gotcha. He was opening his mouth. I got him when he was opening his mouth. I got him. I can get the hook out of him. I got him right in the lower lip. Alright, we got that out. Alright. Yeah, there we go. That's a nice pound channel catfish. Yeah, this is twice the size of the ones you get at Fairgrounds Park. Majority of them, anyways. Now, they do stock a few bigger in there, but not many. Gorgeous little channel catfish. Meow meow. That's a cat. That's not a kitten. That's a cat. Hi, kitty. Hi, kitty. Meow meow. Meow 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 meow. You gotta love these guys. So let's see, we've caught 4 big grass carp, 5 freshwater drum, and a channel catfish. Almost broke into the double digits already, folks. All right, buddy. Get you in here for a close-up. Yeah, he's talking to you guys. Let me back in. Subscribe, like, share us out. I don't think it's working, buddy. See, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. See how fat he was, man? He's been eating my worms for 3 hours. Drop down. Alright. Back. Gabiga. That one just ripped all the way down. Look at that. All the way down the left. Crap on the line. No wonder I couldn't get a bite. Crap on my line's bigger than the bait I was using. guys are enjoying the show. Hope you're having a great Friday. Yep, Easter weekend, folks. Easter weekend is here. See, Malik says, okay, okay, size for eating. Yes, sir, my friend. Go to channel. Ah. Oh, heard that. All right. Let's go in. I'll pull off. And I was trying to pull in. Yikes, I hate it when it does that. I just about bumped that camera on the way around it. Oops. Got him. Got him. It's on. That's another nice crawl. Another nice solid 2-pounder. Wait, God bless you. See how long we've been in. We've just been in over 3 hours, folks. You know what? I think this is a perfect way to end the feed. 61 people in. We just broken the 100 barrier. Awesome, folks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, like I said, it's a perfect way to end the feed, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Another gorgeous freshwater drum down here. Got a little mucked up screen here. Let me clean that off a little bit for you guys. Yes, sir. Just so this is our, yep, we've broken double digits. 6 freshwater drum, a channel catfish, and 4 big old grass carp, and a banged up arm. So I'm gonna go home, you know, get patched up. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Yep, beautiful guy. All right, buddy. See ya. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Let's see, do we have anything else going on in here? Let's see. Danielle, what's going on? How you doing? Danielle says hi. And see, Pato. Pato also says hi. And see, yep, Rod, thanks for coming in. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Have a great rest of your day. I'm just going to add my old good luck. Stay safe. Hope to see you on the water, my friends. Keep doing what you love. Keep them lines tight. I'll see you on the next one. And have a great rest of your day. Thank you. Appreciate it. Bye. Oh, Happy Easter weekend.